Welcome back. You're watching Live from Paris on France 24. It's time to find out what the journalists are tweeting and writing and talking about here in France with James Creedon. It is, of course, time for Media Watch. Hi there, James.
Good evening, Laura.
They're all talking about Dominique Strauss-Kahn again, aren't they? But this time they've
right.
actually got something to talk about because he's in a police cell as we speak.
That's it. And what a lot of people have been wondering in the last, well, ever since the launch of the Huffington Post, the French edition, is how would the Huffington Post deal with the Dominique Strauss-Kahn scandal?
Because, for those that don't know, his wife runs it.
Anne Sinclair, a veteran journalist, long-suffering and long-time journo, Anne Sinclair, is the editor-in-chief. So from day one, it was launched about a month ago, the question was, how would they deal with this when it resurfaced, as it inevitably would? And she gave an interview at the time to the business magazine Les Echos saying, look, I'm not going to deal with it personally. There's a senior editor who is assigned to that. Now, I just want to show you where it is on the front page of the Huffington Post today. You've got a big front page story on the polls in the run-up to the presidential election. And look, it's right here. It's kind of the second story, essentially. Le Garde à Vue. It hasn't been buried at all. And in fact, it was the top headline for a while this morning on the Huffington Post website. So as some pointed out, they actually went bigger on this story than other news media in France did, perhaps as a bid to show their independence.
It's a big test for them. I don't envy Geoffroy Clavel, though, I have to say. That must have been a delicate one.
I think they knew that all eyes in the French media would be on them this morning, and they were damned if they did speak about it and damned if they didn't, because everyone was going to speak about it anyway. We're going to speak about how they were speaking about it.
Okay, now, of course,
we are
speaking about it. Of course, we talk about everything here at Media Watch. Now, of course, Dominique Strauss-Kahn was a heavyweight socialist. He was even tipped to be the next president of France at one stage. As François Hollande campaigns to win, I guess he's trying to put a bit of distance between them.
It's interesting to see that the Socialist Party has been very silent today as the Dominique Strauss-Kahn story kind of resurges out of the depths. And they're pointing out on this blog on the Eurobain website called The Lab, red alert, the Socialist Party has been kidnapped. Now, they're pointing out that there is absolutely not one peep out of the Socialist Party today, 2 months ahead of a presidential election. That's a bit surprising. And they say it's not just Dominique Strauss-Kahn that they would prefer not to be associated with as the story is re-emerging. Also, the Greek bailout is a big story today. And the Socialist Party is trying not to get into too many technicalities when it comes to the economy. They're trying to kind of coast on François Hollande's clean image and not really get drawn into details. So better to stay quiet when there's a lot of talk about the economy. Third issue that might send the Socialist Party into the trenches for the day is a book is coming out later this week describing mafia-style practices in the Socialist Party in the north of France. It's called Rose Mafia, the rose being the symbol of the Socialist Party.
Interesting.
So that's right. So there's a lot of discussion about that book in the media as well today. So you know what they said? Let's just not talk at all. Let's
have a day off. Just stay below the radar today. Absolutely. All right, let's talk about the other side of the political spectrum. Nicolas Sarkozy, who's only just launched his presidential campaign. What does every good political campaign need?
A song.
A song and a dance.
We like them here. We like the songs.
Like them. What have we got?
Music.
What have you got for us?
All right, let's take a look at the Libération website today. Sarkozy's campaign song has been turned into a rap song. Now, we were actually covering this yesterday.
Well, they did call him President Bling Bling, didn't they?
President Bling Bling, and so it might even suit his image. I think he's probably trying to get away from that. Let's first of all take a listen to the official campaign music of Nicolas Sarkozy's presidential campaign. Let's roll the music. A lot of people were surprised about this yesterday and on Sunday when it first came out. Very dramatic, blockbuster
Sounds
sort
like
of
a game
tones.
show.
It does, but it's also very dramatic, isn't it? It's sort of a lot of suspense.
Well, critics say there is a little tiny bit of fear-mongering going on in the Sarkozy campaign.
Right.
So.
Now, this isn't live. This is an edit we put together. Now, let's show you, Laura, what one website put together today. It's a website called Cellule de Crise 2012. Let's roll to the next series of pictures. And here you have what this website did. They edited Nicolas Sarkozy's very suspenseful, blockbuster-like campaign music and put it together with rap music. Can we actually roll that? Can we hear it?
You can't tease us with that and not give us...
Les cadavres que la police ne veut pas voir, dissimulés au soir sous la pénombre d'un dépotoir.
Sure, what they did, they kind of put his music in the background. Now, that's a song called Pas de justice, pas de paix, no justice, no peace. The first line of which is, here are the bodies the police don't want to see. So I don't think it's the kind of lyrics that Sarkozy would have chosen for his campaign
That's what you
tune.
had in your iPod earlier, James. I wonder why you were nodding your head so aggressively. All right, now let's move on. I know you like these blends of people's heads.
I'll just very quickly cover this. It's not
we have to get it in at least once a week. Come on.
The point being, what we see a lot online is people blending different aspects of, a politician is trying to put his image out there, he's trying to put a campaign tune out there, and you've got internet users, and what do? They just take it and mix it up with anything else. So there we had his campaign tune mixed with rap music, and here we've seen this Mercosi picture before. Now we have...
Oh,
what
horrible.
would you say, Sarah Thatcher or something like that?
Margaret Thatcher.
This actually came out last week, but it missed. I missed it. The Margaret Thatcher movie, The Iron Lady, hit the cinemas on the same day that Nicolas Sarkozy's campaign started last week, which prompted a lot of comparisons between The Iron Lady and Nicolas Sarkozy. Nicolas Sarkozy, who tried to, I suppose, reform France in a way similar to Thatcher.
He just accused of François Hollande of trying to be Margaret Thatcher, so maybe we could have one of those as well. Let's put them all together in one big merge.
If you didn't see that there, that is actually Thatcher and Sarkozy's face blended.
I can see that.
Somewhat
James.
unsuccessfully.
It's the stuff nightmares are made of. All right, we'll have to leave it there.
Okay.
Dave Creedon, many thanks
Laura.
indeed. That's it for Media Watch. Now, moving on, it's time for web news. And the internet's gone down in Iran. Is this a bid by the government to stop the opposition from communicating ahead of elections? Who knows? Take a look.